All right, chapter 8 is called Clicking. We hiked and hiked down to the end of the trail. Then Donald gave us granola bars. Plus also we drank Gatorade. Donald liked my flower hat. You look like a walking lua blossom. I did a what? Lua what? I said, a lua blossom. The flowers in your hair are red lua blossoms, he explained. Those blossoms are a favorite food source of a little red bird called an apapane. I stared at that man for a real long time. You have way too much information in your head, Donald, I said. Donald laughed real loud. Then I laughed too, only it wasn't actually a joke. After we rested, we started back to the bus. Mother and Daddy and I went last again, only this time I had to walk even slower on account of the flowers kept falling out of my hair. And so I had to keep picking them up and putting them back. Come on, Junie B, said Mother. We need to stay up with the others. If the flower falls out of your hair, you're just going to have to leave them. I did a frown, but I worked very hard on this flower arrangement, I said, and I don't want to go back to this bus empty-headed. Mother thought for a minute. Then she picked up more flowers from the trail and she wove them in all over my head. Plus also she used some bobby pins to hold them there. There, that ought to do the trick, she said. Now come on, let's go. We've got to catch up. And so both of us started to run. Only too bad for me because then my shoe came loose. And so I quick sat down on the trail to tie it. And that is the last pleasant hiking memory I have. Whoosh. The noise zoomed by my ear. Whoosh. I did a gasp. A teensy little red bird flew right by my face. I stood there real frozen. A bird fluttered and flapped and chirped and twerped and dipped and swirled and then plop! That crazy bird landed right on top of my head. My mouth tried to shout, but no words would come out. I quick stood up and tried to shoo him away, but he just flapped and flopped and fluttered some more. He kept on staying there. Then finally my voice came back to normal. Bird! Bird! 911! Bird! I screeched. Mother and Daddy came running back to me. Their mouths felt all the way open, and they tried to shoo the bird away too, but it kept flapping and flopping and fluttering up there. Suddenly, Mother covered her mouth with her hand. Oh my gosh, I think it's stuck. I think it's tangled in her hair. My eyes got big and wide at that news. Tangled, I said. The bird is tangled in my hair. Are you kidding me? I raised my screech even louder. It's tangled! It's tangled! 911! Tangled bird! I hollered. All of the bus people came rushing back at once, plus Donald came rushing back too. He came to a stop in front of the group. Then he quick gathered himself together and he started giving instructions. Okay, I need everyone to go back to the bus, he said. Now, please. The old people scurried away. Then Donald turned to Mother and Daddy and he made his voice very calmly. Okay, Mom and Dad, step away from the bird, he said. Mother and Daddy looked at each other, then both of them stepped away. After that, Donald walked to me real slow, and he squatted down next to me, and he held my hand. You okay, honey? He said. I rolled my eyes. I've got a bird on my head here, Don. How good can I be? I said. Donald smiled. I don't know. You look pretty brave to me, he said. I thought for a minute, and I did a sigh. I'm not, Donald. I'm not brave. I'm afraid of jellyfish and eels. Donald shrugged. Join the club, he said. After that, he gave me a pat, and he told me my final instructions. Just hold your head perfectly still, he said. I'm going to walk behind you, and I'm going to untangle this little guy, okay? My heart pounded real hard. Okay, I said. I stood as still as could be. Donald's voice kept talking real quiet and calm. In all of my years as a nature guide, I have never seen a sight like this, he said. I raised my eyebrows. Really, Donald? I said, really? I wish I had a picture of this. A picture of this would be 1 in a million. That's when it hit me. I did a gasp. Donald, I have a camera, I said. I pointed at my backpack on the ground. It's right in there. Mother covered her mouth. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. Then she bent down real slow, and she got the camera from my backpack, and click, click, she took a picture. I kept on staying still. I felt Donald pick the bird real gentle, and he untangled its feet from my hair. Click, click. Mother took another picture. A bird in the hair. And then, hooray, Donald held out his hands, and he showed me the teensy little red bird. Now, look, see? Not one feather harmed, he said. Good job, young lady. I smiled real relieved. Good job to you too, Donald, I said. A bird in the hand. He winked at me. How about if you and I go and release this little fella back to the tree? He's going to have a pretty exciting story to tell all his friends, isn't he? I thought about show and tell. Yes, we both are. After that, I took the camera from Mother, and me and Donald went down the trail a little way. He set the bird on a rock. He kept his hands around the bird real gentle. Ready? Said Donald. Ready, I said. Donald took his hands away. Then flap, flap, the bird started to fly. I began snapping pictures very fast. Click, click. A bird in the tree. Click, click. Bye-bye, birdie. Then zoom, it flew away. For a second, I stood there real silent. Donald stood real silent too. Whoa, I said. Wow, said Donald. We looked at each other and smiled. I aimed my camera one more time. Click, click. My new friend, Dawn.